years and years old, and it's a 100-foot cable, so maybe it's degrading the signal.
Looking at the timestamp from
But I
the
don't know.
last time you had a crash to this time, it almost looks like it's occurring every hour to every 2 hours.
Yeah,
Well, you
and
know
there's some
what,
nights
though?
it doesn't do it at all, and then there are nights where it does it like this, and it just fucking is stupid.
Is it a high-powered router or?
Yeah, it's a 5G router. I shouldn't be
Oh.
having any problems with it. It's one of the
we're back.
Netgear's top routers that they have. It's like the $250 router that they have. Anyway, that sucks. That was fucking worst timing ever, or best timing ever, depending.
The best and worst.
I'm sitting here like super into character, fucking really into this, and you guys are like, that was a terrible time to not be able to hear him. I'm like, wait, what? Fuck.
I love how the entire chat is like, if you do not, don't what?
I know, all of us, like, you could see it in our eyes roll, like, what?
Don't what now?
What?
All right,
Don't
sorry
let me
about
hang
that.
it.
So,
Hey, it was actually kind of good timing in a weird way.
If
I
you
will-
do not return, if you elapse over the year.
if your time on alive elapses without you returning icebreaker sails to me, your soul will join the river that we currently sail on, tormented and twisted and forced to carry ghost ships for the rest of eternity.
How do we get the sails to you once we have them?
We do.
Get your sails and then die.
We can do that.
Sounds about right.
Zoo wishes to do all he can to help the captain.
You've got my help.
Question for DM.
Mm-hmm.
If we agree to do this, what is the date right now?
In game.
In game, I mean. Well, yes, in game.
Yeah,
It's May 2nd, guys.
I haven't thought up of a calendar for the world.
Is it a 12-month calendar at least?
That's literally like what I was just debating. I was like, is this a 12-month calendar? Is this a 14-month calendar? Is this a 16-month calendar? Like, is it a 2-month calendar? Like, how?
14 months, 28 days per
We can come back to it later if you want. That way I can mark it later if you want to work
No,
that out.
I will.
Stardew Valley, and it's 4 months. Each month is 28 days.
I will. Let's see. It is a 15-month calendar.
Oh.
And it is currently Dragon's Fall the 12th. And now I'm gonna have to fucking make a calendar.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's a good question.
In a way, you did it to yourself?
I did. It's fine.
Like, you told us 1 year, and I was like, how long's a year?
So
So
it's
Dragon's Fall the 12th?
Uh-huh. And let me see. Let's see if we want to.
And then I'm going to need a copy of that calendar.
So each month is 33 days long. So in essence, you have 500 days.
I dig it.
Okay. Now, obviously, Jenka, just like Toka, she definitely agrees, especially since she's pretty sure whoever volunteers to die, the sales will be payment to be brought back to life, I'm sure. Yeah. Jenka's gonna look at the crowd and be like, we have a deal then.
Ari just suddenly tugs on Toka's arm and points to his belt. It's like, what about the headless horse's ass?
Oh yeah, no, he ain't coming. Out of
I'm
character.
surprised how Silent Pug's been through all this.
Yeah, what's Pug thinking?
Pug actually,
Pug got sat on.
Pug chewed through the rope that was tied to Toko's waist and is down there clamped with his mouth on one of the oars, just rowing away.
Oh my god.
Dedication.
Ugh.
He's
Well, there goes my plan. I was planning on just putting the sails in Pug's mouth and then just stabbing the head.
He is completely content to just not be on the wormwood.
Okay. Okay, so, Captain, one more thing I would like to ask is, upon agreeing to these conditions and terms, does that mean, since this is for all of us, we are all being brought back to life in the same area on land?
Aye.
Okay, good.
All right.
How you find your way from there is your business.
Fair enough. Does this mean that perhaps in the future, say we succeed, does this by chance lower the price of our soul in the future?
No, this is payment for your extended life.
Alrighty then. Fair enough.
We'll have to earn up some goodies.
Should you die again, your life still must be balanced.
Alright.
If I see you again before you have icebreaker sails, your life will need to be balanced, or you will find yourself among the crew again. There may not be a second chance.
Out of character. We gotta do a lot of good shit, guys. We got a year.
Am I gonna have to Robin Hood my way through life?
I mean,
see where this
Robin Hood
goes.
was still a thief, so I don't know.
But he took away from,
He's still a
Asshole,
thief,
Tyranny.
though.
But at least I still get to be a thief. That's all I care about.
No, that's balance. She's stealing what she's giving to the poor. Yin and yang.
Right, so she's not balancing the bad things that she's already done. She's
And
just balancing the bad things that she's currently doing to balance the things she's currently doing.
And she doesn't draw with a permanent marker mustaches and penises on their foreheads.
Good luck getting her not to do that.
And
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me not to and I might.
That's true, yeah.
Just remember, the best way to get me to do something is to tell me I can't.
No, Ari, don't stick your hand in that hive, okay? The bees are gonna sting you. Don't stick your hand in that hole.
Ow!
Oh god, I forgot I'm allergic!
Yep.
Okay, we're cool.
Yeah.
Unless anyone else wants to do anything.
He looks around at you and he nods. And he says, "The 8 of you, correct?"
Mhm.
He gives a
I look down at the goblin.
yes.
Are you in?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
You do have to tell me the story about the watch.
We'll see.
Might be a story I have to earn.
And the captain looks at you and he says, "Is there somewhere you favor disembarking?"
What was the
What
name of the
Anxiety.
main town with all of, like, basically where it's...
Where you guys got press ganged from? The one you got press ganged from?
Oh, yes, that was...
We could-
Yeah.
It's Port Peril.
Port Peril.
Yes.
What was the name? Now, I could be wrong, but wasn't there a town, I believe it's, like, right here on the map, unless I'm thinking a little further up, that was similar, where it's got, like, that, same thing where it's got a lot of trade and everything, or am I mistaking that for the town where the, like, the pirate hall is?
So that one, the one that you're thinking about with the pirate cash and bank and everything, is the southern spot down here.
Where the
Or actually, I
on the-
think it was this one because it was easier.
yeah,
we do
Where-
know
where
that
the
it was
mermaids
right-
are at.
It was in
Yeah.
an inlet.
Okay. And then just because I think I keep confusing it with something else, what exactly is this spot right
That's
here?
Freeport. It's another pirate town.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it's just a regular town then.
Yeah, let me actually.
Okay. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and look at everybody and be like, well, we have a year. Might as well balance our lives in the meantime as we journey. Port Peril's probably a good spot to get supplies and journey north.
Bad
Unless anyone
memories.
Consider it starting over.
We are going to need a ship. Does anyone have any contacts we can reach out to?
I might. Can't guarantee anything.
Where?
It'd probably most likely be Freeport. Last I heard of them, Freeport. No guarantee they'll be there.
Better place to look than Peril. Last time we were in there, we got into this mess.
Well, as long as they have supplies and a warm fucking bed for me to sleep in for a night, then all right.
And the captain looks at the 8 of you, and he says, "Come with me." And his wrist detaches from his hand, leaving the hand on the ship's wheel. It's more of like it just kind of pulls away because he's ethereal, and it separates, and he's got wispy ends on the wrist now and on his forearm.
I just keep thinking zombie, just like the slime and like the...
No, it's much more ghost-like. And he leads you down from the ship's helm towards down to the main deck and onto kind of towards his cabin. And he reaches forward and he places his hand on the door, and you hear a click. And he pushes the door open. And he kind of motions for you to follow him inside, and he goes over to his bed, and there's a footlocker trunk at the foot of his bed. He grabs and he lifts it up onto his bed, and he pushes the lid open, and there's this creak as the metal that hasn't been moved in God knows how long begins to move, and there's a smell of dust and leather kind of washes out of this trunk. And he reaches in and he pulls out 8 pairs of leather gloves. And he hands one to each of you. He says, "I would recommend wearing these as you are about the land. As your 15 months begins to come to an end, you will slowly revert to your current appearance." And then, if that 15 months passes without you delivering Icebreaker's sales, well, let's just hope that doesn't happen.
Don't worry. We'll get your sales.
We'll get them.
He nods, says, "I hope that you do. For my sake, not for yours. But I still hope that you do." And the goblin kind of goes, guys, he's got his watch open in front of him. He says, it's getting ready to be 6 o'clock somehow. Doesn't feel like it's gonna be 6 o'clock, but it's gonna be 6 o'clock. And with that, you get this loud ringing in your ears. The kind of like forces your hands to your temples and like bend over, kind of doubled over. And you, like, your palms are pressed into your eyes trying to get this loud ringing to stop. And then you still hear it, but it's not as intense. It's not as loud. And you pull your hands and your palms away from your eyes, and you realize that it's not the ringing in your ears that you were hearing any longer. It's the ringing of a ship's bell. And you realize that you're now standing on the docks of Freeport. Each of you holding a pair of leather gloves in your hand. And I think with that, we will take our last break for the evening. So you guys that are watching at home, thanks for hanging out as we play some D&D, as I get to tell fun pirate stories and fuck with these guys a whole bunch. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break, get up, stretch legs, do all that good fun stuff. We'll be back here in just a bit, and we'll leave you with some good old piratey tunes as you wait. Thanks for hanging out. All right, we're back. Again, you people.
Oh, man, that would be terrible.
You
It
people.
was Rojan's fault.
Try to have that guy roll a stealth check.
Oh god!
It would
Why
look like a
rolls
glow
really
stick
high?
bouncing across the room.
He has really high stealth, and they're like, we can't see this fucking blinding yellow light.
Why is the rave going on?
I don't know what I missed.
This
A lot.
is
A
what
lot.
happened.
The color of the tiefling.
All right, so you no longer find yourselves aboard the Popper's Fate. You find yourselves standing in Freeport.
I never thought I'd be so happy to see dry land again.
I don't know that I would call Freeport dry land. Freeport is a town that is made up of boardwalks and ship parts that have been uprighted to create houses and structures.
It's actually kind of cool.
So you have
land.
Okay,
It's-
okay, I'm sorry. Land.
I think land's the problem there because it's not really land, it's just a big boardwalk.
Oh,
with these-
It's attached to land. It's attached to
Okay.
land
Not
somewhere.
It's not wet.
Actually, what is the weather like at the moment?
As we find out, it's raining.
Today the weather is a rainstorm.
No.
The weather has been like this for some weeks.
Effing done with this.
The locals believe it's being caused by a god.
You're kidding, right?
No, you can look at
Oh,
you can look
God.
at the stream. That's what I rolled for the weather.
I just see blank.
Yeah, it didn't show for us.
Well, it doesn't show for us in Roll20, but
Yeah,
on the
it's
stream you can see it in the.
Yeah, that's why I
Oh.
said you had to look at the stream.
Toka's
Oh.
just
It's
Toka's
whispered to
just
me in
gonna
Roll20.
going to smile and just like lift his head up and just let the rain hit his face.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Zoo is excited to feel water again, even though they weren't really away from water for that long. But since this is all like boardwalks and makeshift floaty bits, he's probably just gonna like jump off into the nearest water and have a little bit of a swim before he comes back.
Okay.
Aww.
And Azareth looks around at the 7 remaining people, and he says, "Well, I mean to go find a library, if such a thing exists in a town like this. And if you prepare to leave, come find me. I'm very interested in what we find up north."
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What do we have in terms of our equipment on us?
Your gear, you have your gear.
Okay.
Okay.
And you notice that the dwarf now has got 2 hand hammers, I guess is going to be the right term, but the head of these hammers is the size of Toka's calf on each of them.
Oh.
Seeing those, Toka like smiles and nods to the dwarf in respect.
And the dwarf looks around and he picks his hammers up and he feels the weight in them again, and he's just got this grin on his face, and then he kind of cocks his head to the side for a minute, and he says, he's listening to something, and he says, "I hear this call of an anvil," and he just takes off towards where that sound is coming from.
Let them go. We'll go fetch them when it's time to leave. Because he didn't say we all had to return the sail. He wants to go putz around and go play with an anvil.
Fine. Before Azareth leaves, I can't talk now. I'm just so happy to be alive, guys. First of all, what color is his skin?
Azareth is a dark red.
Oh, he's dark red.
It's green. No, I'm just kidding.
There's one of the discussions we have is like bright, vibrant pink or like neon yellow.
Yeah, highlighter yellow.
It's, ah.
No, it's like burning embers, dark red.
Ooh, fancy.
So before he goes, Jenka's gonna walk up to him and she's gonna say, "Where do you plan on staying for over the next year, so we know how to contact you?"
Well, no, I'll be here. I'll be in the library or bookstore or whatever in this town as a source of knowledge. But I intend to sail with you. I'm very curious about the Northern Wastes.
Interesting. Okay. Well, that negates my follow-up questions. Okay, never mind. All right. Well, then we will fetch you when it is time. It sounds like we've got a lot to do, and it may take a couple days, but we'll come find you.
He nods and gives Jinka kind of a bow, and he's got a leather jacket, kind of duster on, and he's got like a loose linen shirt with like the neck has got the string ties on it, but it's all loose and open. And he says, "I would be more than happy to accompany you on your voyage. Just come and find me. I don't think that there are many archives of knowledge probably here in this place."
Probably not, but we'll come for you.
I have a question. Since it's probably going to come up, how common are goblins in this area?
They're not. They're not really common anywhere.
Are people kind of staring at all at the...
People are not really staring so much as they're avoiding walking anywhere near him. Like, there are people crossing the boardwalk giving him the side eye just so that they don't have to walk near him.
So, we need a boat.
We do.
You ask for a boat, you're not going to get what you want. You want a ship.
Yes.
You ask it for a boat, you're going to get a little dinghy, and it's not going to do you very good. I'm just want to point that out.
Toka gets down on haunches of his legs, and he looks at the goblin. Do you know how we can get a ship?
I mean,
not stealing it. Remember, we're trying to do things as on the up and up, as the mammals say.
Well, that lowers the ways we can do this then.
Indeed. If we were doing this the old way, we would just commandeer a ship.
Then I guess you would buy one? Or
we should find out what it's going to cost us.
Maybe you could find a captain that needs a crew, or maybe somebody will fund an expedition. Funding an expedition, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that would be probably the easiest route to go. If you could find somebody with some gold to spare and get their interest in something to the north for some reason.
Jenka's gonna walk up to him, kind of squat next to him to get to his eye level, just kind of stare at him. So, you have these ideas that are quite useful, by the way. Yet you died
Thanks.
with a box falling on you.
Hey, there are always times in our lives where we're in the wrong place at the wrong time. You've been there too. Yours wasn't fatal. Or maybe it was. Maybe being on that ship that you were on was the wrong place at the wrong time.
That was the wrong place at many times.
And what do you do?
I'm a navigator. And cannoneer.
If nothing else, a navigator would be extremely useful. All right. What's your name?
You gave it
I
once
did
before,
give it
we
shit.
didn't write it down because we're terrible people.
want to say it was.
Did he say the
He
name?
did. I did.
He did. He told us at the beginning when we first met him. It was like, I am so and so, the great.
Oh,
and-
something
The
is right.
mighty.
Well, in Jenka's defense, she didn't hear that part. So, in character,
Jenko was probably too busy doing other stuff.
doing Jacob things.
in Jenka's character, she would not have heard that. But Lacey needs to know too.
Yeah, GM's gonna have to retcon his name because I don't remember what it was.
We can just make something up. It's fine.
That's kind of what I'm doing at the moment. I remember it started with a K.
It sounded orcish, honestly. Kind of like he was trying to hack up a hairball.
Wasn't it Korvac?
Korvac.
Yeah,
that sounds right.
that noise.
Korvac.
There we go.
It is now. If it wasn't before, it is now. Now I need to remember to create characters for these guys.
Bopperdo.
Oh God,
No.
are we gaining?
And what was Jenka's husbando's name?
Azareth.
Azareth.
Don't mean she's hitting on him, but doesn't mean I
Not
can't. look.
yet.
Doesn't mean I can't.
I mean,
look.
HB Fox's picture says differently.
Oh, Cheez-Its, what did you do?
Wait, what?
That
What
that
picture?
link in chat from about
oh
2
God,
minutes
what
ago.
is- wait. What color were his eyes
In the picture or in the game?
in the game?
They are actually super dark blue, like ocean during storm time blue.
Yeah.
That wasn't poetic.
There's
What's the dwarf's name?
nobody's
He
asked.
ran off. He ran off.
I know what the dwarf's name is. Actually, the dwarf is based on a character that I play when I ever get the chance to play. So I know what his name is.
But we know where he went, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be happy enough to stay there for a while. Okay, so Korvac. Korvac. Sorry, Korvac. Oh God, I'm going to keep calling him by my bat's name. This is not going to be good. All right,
More phlegm. More phlegm.
Korvac.
Korvik.
Korvec.
It's a hard V.
Got it. Okay.
Like a Corvette, but with a hook at the end.
Mhm.
Korvec.
Yes.
All right. So you seem to have this great idea. Do you know how to haggle, maybe? Know anyone maybe that could do our funding?
He's kind of fiddling with something in his hands. He realizes he's doing it and he stops. And he says, "No, I'm not real good with the people. They tend to not like the goblins. It makes haggling an exercise in futility."
I do know two very persuasive people, though.
I mean, if we put these two in corsets, then yeah.
Technically, Jenka's already in a corset.
Just pull that shit tighter then.
Toka's gonna shoot him like an angry, protective dad look.
Well,
He
I'm
said
not gonna
convincing.
lie.
I'm just trying to help. And you talking to somebody, they're going to be there for a year having a conversation. We're going to be out of time. Zuzu talking to somebody, people are just going to think he's crazy. He keeps referring to himself in the third person. No offense to this guy, but he's not very nice. So that leaves us with these two. And if we're trying to get the most bang for our buck, putting them in corsets doesn't hurt.
I'm not gonna lie. The outfits that both me, like what Jenka and Ari are wearing, are
pretty
quite provocative.
without the corset.
Freaking tieflings.
At least
Seriously.
the chestal area.
Freaking tieflings.
She's
I mean-
wearing a bust corset and she's bare midriff.
That's right. You haven't revealed your picture to people yet, huh?
No.
There's a thing in there of the work in progress, but you know.
But yeah, he's literally like, he says that and he's like, I am not going to complain seeing this, but I'm also trying to get us a ship. That's our best option.
So I have to look like a hussy?
No, Ari, you don't. We're not gonna have
Hey-
you do that.
Korvik opens his mouth and then closes it, thinking better about the comment he was going to make.
No, Ari, we're not gonna do that. Let's go around and talk to people first. Go from there. Just gonna kind of glare at the goblin a little bit and
Am I wrong?
You're something.
I don't. I mean,
Pat him on the head.
I don't hear anybody saying I'm wrong here.
gonna
We need
ignore
to-
him and walk away.
We'll work on acquiring supplies.
Awesome. You do that. I am gonna go find a post. And you realize he means not a literal post, but like a mail office kind of thing.
I was gonna say, it's like,
And I was just like, what kind of post? All right.
And Zoo's still off somewhere, right?
Yeah, he's still swimming.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I imagined. He's like,
You just
Oh,
look. Yeah, he's
doggy
look over. He's
paddling.
doing like a happy dog paddle in the ocean.
little fork tongue just going, not happy.
Actually-
what time of day is it right now?
It's late afternoon. Zoo, give me a perception check. Since you're paddling around under the boardwalk.
God damn it, Zoo.
Oh no.
That I'm even proficient in that.
Okay.
Oh.
Under the boardwalk, kind of back behind, kind of where the shore, well, it's not really a shoreline because it's a cliff. There's a cave back there that catches your eye.
I want to swim a little closer.
Okay. You could hear some voices from the cave, although you can't make out what they're saying because the echo is distorting them too much. And you see a light kind of bouncing back somewhere in the back of the cave.
Good sense tells me not to just go in there, but
You've clearly been playing way too many of my games.
curiosity is always louder than good sense.
Curiosity's gonna
I-
kill the lizard.
I'm gonna very quietly try and sneak my way in there.
Clearly you haven't been playing enough of my games. Okay. Give me a stealth roll.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. So you slowly kind of lift yourself up out of the water, making sure not to kick your feet or splash to make any loud noises as you begin to walk back into the cave. The voices are getting a little bit louder. Give me a dexterity save.
I am proficient in that as well.
So, as you're kind of got your back to the wall, walking around this, making sure nobody can sneak up on you from behind, your foot kicks something, and then just instinct kicks in, and you duck, like face down onto the ground, catching yourself on your hands, as a log crashes into the wall right where you were standing a moment before. And the voices stop, and the light kind of turns and shines down the cave entrance, the direction that you are. And you finally can make out some part of the conversation as it's, we'll continue this later. And the light and footsteps trail off through the cave away from you.
Oh, away from me. I think I'm going to go back and just go back to meet the rest of the party. But I want to return here at a later point,
Okay.
probably at night,
Okay.
deep, late at night, when they're more likely to be back and talking about whatever they were doing.
All right. What are the rest of you doing now that Azrith and Korvek have left? The dwarf has gone off to chase an anvil somewhere. What are the rest of you doing?
Where is your contact, Jenka?
Well, knowing him, he could most likely be at the bar. Either that, or he'll be on the beach somewhere, close to his ship. He doesn't really do much else other than drink and sail. Typical pirate, but we can check the tavern and see if he's there. So I'm gonna head to the tavern.
Okay. So there's a couple of taverns in Freeport, this being a very ramshack shanty pirate town. The first one that you come to is the Barnacle's Scars.
Okay. Gonna walk in and do a perception check to see if I see my contact.
Okay. You don't, but the moment that you walk through the door, you hear a familiar voice from the other side of the bar. Jenka!
Oh no.
As this high-pitched voiced barmaid recognizes you.
Do I recognize her?
You do.
Okay.
You've had some drinks here before. And she served you well, not only in drinks, but in gossip and leads to treasure. You guys actually have kind of colluded, I think that's the right word, on some heists and things in the past.
What is her name, if I recall who she is? Or do I not?
Yeah, you do. I just need to come up with a name for her. I really need like a rollable table of names or something.
I got you one.
She's Theron.
I'm sorry, what was her name?
Theron?
The name of my lover in Star Wars. Anyway.
Pick a day.
Anyone who plays Old Republic. Okay, so she's gonna turn around after she hears her name being called, takes a moment to remember her, and then she goes, Theron! You still working at this rundown old tavern? How are you, girl?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. You left your thing here last time when you left town. If you ever wanted to get it back.
Yeah, that would be great, actually. Thank you. What did I leave behind?
Yeah, come back here. I kept it under the bar for you. And she reaches under and she pulls out this trident and she sets it on the table or on the bar. And as you get close and remember, like, I stole this. I don't really remember why. I don't remember it's all kind of hazy and aily. You're like, you start to hear this whispering coming from it. And it's just nonsensical whispering. It's just the sound almost like the wind through sails.
Did you hear that, Theron?
Yeah, it's been doing that the whole fucking time. It's really annoying.
Huh.
That's why I stuck it under the bar and wrapped it in cloth.
I'm sorry it's been so annoying for you. I'll take it off your hands now, and can't quite remember why I took it. I wonder if it was for value or something.
You said something about something the undead. I don't know. I was drunk.
All right. Well, take it off your hands right now. Did I leave anything else behind?
No, that's it.
All right. So, quick question. And actually, you know what? A round of drinks for me and my friends, please. Whoever followed me. I don't know who followed me.
Did anybody follow her?
Did anyone follow me?
Yep.
I'm not letting tieflings out of my sight at this
No.
I'm more responsible, thank you.
We're supposed to be on the up and up. Letting you out of our sight is probably a bad thing.
I feel like Zoo is going to get back and everybody's going to be gone.
I think we probably would like Toka probably would have yelled out, "We're going to a bar."
It's probably the typical place to find everybody when they've dispersed.
Fair enough.
You figured this out by now.
Okay, so in that case, yeah, I'm gonna say round of drinks for my friends here, if you don't mind, Theron.
Of course, you plan on paying this time, right?
I've got coin. Don't worry.
All right. And what are you having? We've got ale and ale
No rum this time around?
and ale.
Let me guess. All the same ale? Same
All
barrel?
the same ale, all from a barrel.
Well, you know what? I can use any kind of alcohol in my system at this point. Let's do it.
Glad to hear you say that. And she goes off and gets, was it 4 cups, 5 cups? 4.
4 cups.
Did Arlen go with them?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so 4 cups.
I was like, wait for me!
I'm not gonna have them blaming me for something.
And she comes back and she's got the 4 mugs there and they're dripping with ale. The ale's just kind of overflowing and it's running down the sides. The sides of the tankards are wet with it. She sets them down on the table in front of you. She says, "Enjoy."
Thank you. Question for you, hon. We're kind of in a bind right now. We don't have our ship. Don't have one. I'm looking for an old friend. Have you ever heard of the name Pike at all?
Pike. Maybe. He could have been here in here the other night. It was people either saying Pike or Fight. I couldn't make out which one.
Easy enough. I
Or
suppose.
both. Could have been.
If it is by chance my contact, do you know where he's probably staying or where he went at least?
No, I never saw a face to go with the name. Like I said, I wasn't sure if they were saying Pike or Fight or Pike's Fight or Fight a Pike or I don't know. I was had a couple of rounds by the time that was happening.
All right, fair enough. Well, if you don't mind, just keep an ear out just in case. We'll keep looking, but thanks for the drink. She's gonna keep drinking it.
Give me a Constitution save real quick.
It's just tea, guys. We're playing pretend. It's okay. Constitution.
Yep.
Oh, you're about to be press gang again.
Goddamn.
So you take this big gulp, and you hold it in your mouth for a second before swallowing it, and realizing that the ale tastes like floor and splinters. And you remember that she has this habit of mopping up and then squeezing the mop out into a barrel and serving that. And you
gross!
lose all of it, just and then some onto the floor.
Probably just dry heaving after that because I don't think I have anything in my stomach either other than that.
I think I'm good.
I look at it. Look at it. Pick
No,
up.
if the alcoholic can't handle this,
She's gonna look
Okay.
over at whoever's sitting next to her and just be like, I remember now why I didn't pay last time. It's
Or
there.
is this because you didn't pay last time?
How much do I owe you, Theron?
For last time in this one, 30 gold.
How much did you drink?
yes. You know the answer is
You
always.
know what? I don't remember. I should tell you. You know what? How about I give you 10 now, and I'll pay you over time once we figure out what we're doing.
She nods and she says 10 now, but anytime you come in for the drink, it's the same thing until you're paid up.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, hon. I'm gonna grab the trident. How big is the trident? Is it like a full?
It's a full trident. Yeah.
Full trident. Okay. Well, pick up the thing and walk out. I don't want to be there anymore. I was gonna ask for food, but
Not at that option.
No.
Lost my willingness to nom.
Next up, floorboard steaks.
Ugh.
They're literally floorboards.
That's right. They're roasted over an open fire.
Oh,
A nice mesquite
Okay.
flavor.
so how much time has passed?
It's probably been a couple hours.
And I'm assuming no sign of Zoo at this
You-
point.
Probably actually run into him as you're leaving the tavern. Like, he was about to go in, and then you came out, so you just, hi.
Okay. Oh, Zoo. Don't go in there. Don't. It's fine. Let's just keep going.
No good.
I actually have
Who's
something
hungry?
for you to look at, Zoo. I let's not eat here. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Let's
Zoo,
not
if the
eat there.
alcohol was bad enough for her to go, "Huh," I don't want to know what the food's like.
Jenka has sensitive stomach.
I've got a pretty strong stomach. Just not for swill. I need you to look at something, but we should probably go to another bar and find a table.
So
I'm getting
we'll nod, and he'll just kind of tag along behind wherever you go.
Okay. And I think that that's a good spot for us to end for the week. You guys are off the Pauper's Fate. Congratulations. You didn't have to steal anything or kill anybody to do it. Good job.
Thank you,
But I want
Zoo.
to know what was in the book.
Zeus stopped the murder hoboing.
I kind of want to tell you, but I also don't want to tell you in case you end up back there.
Oh God.
So
Oh, we'll be back there. You know it.
I think I'm going to save it.
Well, we are technically gonna have to go back there eventually, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
But before we go, we are going to go raid somebody here in just a bit, so you guys stick around for that. I have somebody in mind already. Before we do, a couple of announcements. One, if you didn't catch the video played throughout tonight, on May 12th, we'll be starting up a new game with the majority of the people that are on the flagship stream team. It is Bad News Baron, Dos Valdez, DJ Knight, Daniel the Demon, Mike the Bard, Smashley, and myself doing a new game. So keep an eye out for that. The best way to find out about that is following our Twitter, because it's going to rotate between channels each week, I think, is the current plan. So to figure out where it's going to be hosted at, where you can watch us. I'm sure we'll host the channels, but if you want to watch it directly, show support to their community, which is what I really want you to do, make sure you follow our Twitter so you can figure out where we're at each week. Second announcement is that sometime next month, I think it'll be towards the end of next month, or beginning of the following, we are starting a new show up on Monday nights. Alicorn is going to be making her DMing debut with that show. We're currently casting for it, but I know that myself and Video Store Cowboy, who's another DM here on Twitch, are going to be playing. The intention is to get as many DMs playing as we can, because generally the rule is once a DM, always a DM. So it's giving the DMs a chance to play, and it also, like, what I'd like to do is be able to analyze the adventure, give Alicorn some pointers as she's DMing for the first time. So I'm really looking forward to that. That'll be going live as soon as we get cast filled and Alicorn's set up. She's getting ready to move. So once that's taken care of, we're going to hop in and start that up, which I'm really looking forward to. I have somebody in mind to play. I have two characters in mind to play. I haven't figured out which one I'm going to play yet. But I'm looking forward to that. So, Zorro, for me, who are you and what do you do on the internet?
I am Zoro from E3. I'm temporarily taking a break from streaming right now, but when I do stream, I am a variety caster and creative streamer on Twitch, where I do mostly emotes and whatnot for Twitch. Otherwise, I am still playing with friends, doing a lot of Dead by Daylight and RPGing, and hanging out with these awesome people twice a week.
Right on. HP Fox, why do you continue to let me torture you, and what are you doing on the internet?
I have no answers for any of those questions. I honestly, like, before getting to that, can I just say that tonight did not go anything like I thought it was going to go?
Good.
I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to start off as like a shouting match between Toka and Zoo, and then I thought it was going to escalate into like trying to kill everybody on the ship.
Just like a ghost fight.
This was a pleasant surprise,
Ghost
and I like that I'm still thoroughly surprised. Like every time I play with you guys, that's fantastic.
There was one way that anybody could have died on that ship, and nobody did it. So
Yet,
Somebody. Yeah, I know exactly. It involves that hole, don't
it
it?
does.
yeah,
It is not a very pretty death either.
that sounds terrible. So yeah, I'm HP Focht, and I'm the manager for the Hunter Wild. We have a community and discussion-oriented variety cast here on Twitch, where it's exactly what it sounds like. The community and talking with the community comes first and foremost over any sort of gameplay or anything. We're doing fundraising for St. Jude right now, and we're looking to bring a lot of really interesting and new things to the cast in the near future.
Right on. And you guys, St. Jude is a fantastic organization. I know there's a ton of streamers this month. St. Jude's doing their big fundraising push this month. If you see people out there that are raising money for St. Jude's, St. Jude, it is singular. Apparently they get pissed off with the S. Go donate if you can. It's also tax deductible. So if you do taxes, you don't have to worry about paying taxes on that money. So that's awesome too. Rojan, what are you doing on the internet? Why are you here?
I'm here tonight because I think it's penance for me causing my own players pain as I DM. But I am Rojan Quest. I am one of the DMs here on Dungeons and Distractions on Tuesday for the Gibbering Mouthers. You also find me here on Wednesday, which is now, and on Sunday, playing in Tomb of Annihilation. On my own stream, I'm playing a variety of FPS, RPGs, and fighting games. Currently going through a full clear Death March run of Witcher 3 and playing a boatload of Dauntless this week.
Right on. Mags, what are you doing? What are you doing on the internet?
I am a hybrid magpie. I am primarily a creative caster on Twitch. Although I've been doing a lot more video games lately than creative casting, but yeah, it is what it is. I mainly do emotes, overlays, channel art, all those little fancy spoofy things, spiffy things to spruce up your channel.
Right on. Ravenslark, are you regretting agreeing to play this game yet? And what do you do on the internet?
This is the least amount of abuse I've ever suffered in a D&D game.
You're 5 sessions in. Just ask anybody that plays in Tomb of Annihilation.
I haven't been power word deathed yet. I'm doing great.
They got rid of Power Word Death. I can't use it anymore. It's
That's a
not a
good thing.
5e spell.
Oh, Power Word Kill's still
Kill
there.
people.
Oh, is it Power Word Kill?
Power
No,
Word Kill's
that's-
still there.
That's why I've been looking for it wrong. Okay.
Impious doesn't kill people; he just makes people want to end it themselves.
That's also very accurate.
This is true. Anyways, I'm Ravenslark. I am a full-time variety caster, and by variety caster, I currently mean BattleTech and World of Warcraft. Here on Twitch.
That's 2 games. That's a variety.
That's a variety, yes. Wednesdays I'm here. Normally I broadcast Monday through Friday. So usually late night, starting about 4 p.m. Swing by, check it out. We have cats.
Right on. I'm Impious. I run Dungeons and Distractions here on Twitch, where we currently have 3 shows a week. Getting ready to have 4 and a 4th, 4 and a 6th. I don't know. We're gonna have 5 shows at some point. Sunday nights is Tomb of Annihilation, or excuse me, Blood Moon Adventures, which is our Tomb of Annihilation game, where everybody wants to die and I won't let them. Tuesday nights, did I say Tuesday nights for that? Sunday nights is Blood Moon Adventures. Tuesday nights is Gibbering Mouthers, which just started up their 2nd season. New characters. Somebody's already died and they're only 3 episodes in. If you want to get in on the ground floor of what I'm sure is going to end up being absolute insanity by the end of it, now's a good time to do that. Wednesday nights we do Keelhauled here, which is our 5th edition pirate game. It's a low magic game. Tonight they figured out how to get brought back to life and not spend eternity on ghost ships, and it was a lot of fun. So what we're going to do, we're going to go follow somebody that we've not raided in the past, but I got to meet her this past weekend. She's a local here in Portland, and she's doing an art stream, and it actually looks like she is doing some Critical Role art, so it's kind of appropriate. So what I want you... Oh, that's the wrong command. Spoiled it, but there we go. That's the right command. Grab I heard there were dragons in here, join the raid at the top of the chat, and once you get over there, spam her channel 2 or 3 times with I heard there were dragons in here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out as we played some D&D this evening. We really do appreciate it. Thank you for all the follows, all the hosts, all the love and support. It means a lot to us. And hopefully we will see you guys next time. Go over there, show Mavelith a bunch of love and support. And you guys have a fantastic evening. Thanks for hanging out with us. We really do appreciate it.